Hello, you lovely people. Diamond Dust here, and today I am covering one of my favorite cargo ships in the game, and of course, checking out the T-shirt hiding underneath my work vest. It is obviously from Drake Interplanetary, and if you look at the thumbnail, yes, we are talking about the Drake Caterpillar, which requires a large hangar to be housed in, but it is a sizable beast of a ship. Now, is it the best cargo ship? No. That will belong to the C2 Hercules that can hold 696 SCU. But this comes in at a whopping 576 cargo capacity. And after taking some time to look at the grids and look at a few references, each of these cargo modules here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4 up here, those all hold 124 SCU. And the front holds another 80 on top of that. And it can hold up to 24 SCU boxes in each of the major 4 holds, and then up to 16s in the front. So, to get aboard the Drake Caterpillar, you're going to want to come in front of the rear belly turret, and you're going to click on a panel that says Call Elevator. And this will take you up into, well, the elevator room. This is the main point of entry and exit for the Drake Caterpillar until recently. And I'll show you what I mean by until recently. Because as we all know, the Drake Caterpillar's doors, they only opened out, but they didn't lower like in the illustrations. And I'll show you they do now. So the elevator room doesn't really have a lot of bells and whistles to it. It has 2 different controls for the lift itself, but it also has a gun rack or weapons rack where I stored tools for 3 other crewmates to help me load and unload cargo or defend the ship. In here we have the crew's galley, which comes with a center table, 2 bunks, and also kind of some basic living quarters amenities. We have a stove, a sink, storage boxes that aren't in use yet, which I really wish the Caterpillar did have, so that way we could store magazines and medical supplies in here. And then, of course, we also have the bathroom shower combo from Drake Interplanetary. This one's mainly the toilet. There was a second one that is just a shower only. So, that being said, let's take a look at the front of the ship before I show you all the other stuff going on inside the belly of the beast. So, this is one of the main cargo modules. It can hold, according to some of the illustrations I've seen in here, it can hold in each section 420 SCU boxes. It can hold roughly 12 SCU of 2 SCU boxes. Well, 12 2 SCU boxes, and then 4 1 SCU boxes. If you pack this area right in front of the door, that's where you'll put a lot of the 1s and 2s. You can put 4 2 SCU boxes underneath the catwalk here, and then the 24s sit here in the open space. So, going on up, we are going to go ahead and make our way up towards the front of the ship. The rest of these modules, they're all the same. What I do like about the divided modules, though, is if you're making multiple stops on Cavalex runs, you could divvy it out between which station stuff is going to. And then finally, we have the front hold, which holds about 80 SCU of cargo. This is where I keep my Atlas to wrangle cargo. It has a big bay door. You can also keep a Dragonfly in here, and even a mule if you wanted. Has 80 SCU cargo capacity, And also, it has a turret, which right now has the size 3 Clausen Werner guns, CF's Panthers. So, we go into the belly of the ship where a lot of people can get lost. Now, the Caterpillar, it is a pirate bait. Like, you're flying around with a lot of cargo aboard. However, unless the pirate knows what they're doing, getting into a Caterpillar is tricky, and navigating a Caterpillar to find, the people that are running the ship is even trickier, because you could soft death ships in this game, but it doesn't kill the pilot instantaneously when you soft death a ship. So we're supposed to have a docking hatch here at some point, but I don't think anything more is going to come of this unless they decide to do ship-to-ship contact. And this walkway will take you over to the catwalk, or it takes you up here into this central hallway, as I like to call it. The central hallway has 4 doors, and we're going to work from left to right. So going all the way here to the far left, we have this large observation deck. It gives you kind of a good view of most of the ship. And this is where one of your engineers can operate a tractor beam turret. Now, I like it where it's at, but there are some improvements that I would suggest. You can pick up and move cargo around to all the different bays, and you can kind of stick stuff into the cargo bays, but you can't see what you're doing. What I would rather is, if I put my reticle right where I want it, I would rather have the tractor beam further out on the wing, so that way I can see more of the cargo bays. Or if there's a way to have like tab that you can tab between tractor beams and their cameras, that would be kind of cool as well. But on top of all that, it's a great view. It is a great view of what's outside your ship. So next we have a flight of stairs that takes us down into engineering. We will use those stairs to come back up, because that's all that's behind this door is some stairs. The real meat and potatoes of the ship is this way. So this small hallway takes us to a couple of different spots. Both of these lead to the same room, but this room is important. This is the server room. So this means that the Caterpillar could possibly do data running in the future. So I think it's nice that it can carry both digital and physical cargo. In here is the power plant housing. It only shows one of the 2 power plants you have installed. This I upgraded to the Juno Starwork Durango to give it more power. But you start off with all grade C parts. Grade C industrial, except for your quantum drive, which you get the Pontes, which is a size 3 grade C military quantum drive. It's a very, very good starter package for $12 million for a big hauler. Or 12 million credits. It's a roughly $300 on Warbond, but it's not available right now in the market as of this time. That might change in the future. However, the 12 million credits, and if you're looking for something that's just a little bit more novel and different than, big massive cargo bays like on the Hercules, this is the way to go. Now, here in the back of engineering, and actually physicalized components, that is something else that we're missing with the Caterpillar. The only one that is shown is the Durango, and you cannot pick up size 3 components at this time. So down here is engineering, and of course we have the massive engines that power the mighty thrusters of the Caterpillar. But also down here, you have the belly turret, which it does flip you over and push you down into the turret, which is also size 3 guns. just might want to warn your friends. This door goes to a hallway that will take you back to the elevator room. And finally, we come back around to the stairs that take us up to the central hallway. Central hallway comes out here, and next we go to the command module. The command module is the heart of where all this happens, and at some point it's going to be detachable. So that way it can swap between other Caterpillar bodies, ironclad bodies, and also ironclad assault bodies. And you have 4 seats in here, and right now the co-pilot seat and the support seats don't have a lot going on at the moment. And then down below you have quarters for the command module, which includes, of course, another Drake Interplanetary bathroom, and this one seems to just be a shower, but there might be a toilet that pops out down the road. Another stove and sink, storage boxes. Down here is another tractor beam station. It doesn't quite have as big of a view here. And then also, of course, a gun rack that is sometimes there. It might be there. And 2 bunk beds. So all in all, if you were to put a person on each bunk bed, say you have your cargo crew sit on the bunk beds between spots. If you were to fully crew this ship, that would be 2 in the turret, 2 in the support seats, the pilot, the co-pilot, 2 cargo beams, and then you could fit 12 people aboard. So that way they're all snapped to, like they're sitting down, snapped to something, such as a bed, or a tractor seat, or of course the pilot seat, which this was where I needed to go, was the pilot seat. So as you can see, the Drake Caterpillar, it is a massive ship, and it's a very sturdy one too. I have been caught up in a couple of quantum interdictions in this, and it can handle the firepower from a Mantis and a few really small ships. However, you need to spin up and go. That being said, it has 3 size 3 shield generators, provided a very generous amount of protection as well. And then finally, time to show you all the cool thing. All the doors, they open up in sync. They all lower down together, real nice and neat. And there is plenty of room to stow your cargo to get safely from point A to point B along with your crew. Now, just as a friendly note, this front door, just make sure you watch what it does, because sadly, these doors don't have a secondary stop position, which is one of my little grumbles I have with it, is that while people are loading cargo, I would rather that these do have a secondary stop position they can go to, which maybe that's something that happens in an update down the road if the Caterpillar ever gets a rework. However, I am happy for what we do have now, because it does lift up and you do get a moment where it stops. However, get in, because this front door will crush you if you don't move. I absolutely love the Drake Caterpillar. It is by far one of my favorite ships from Drake Interplanetary, for the bigger ships anyway. It's just small enough that one person can run a Caterpillar, but it's a lot of fun when you get a bunch of people on a Caterpillar. It comes with a lot of people. It comes with a lot of places for people to be. And it comes with size 3 guns on the turrets and on the main cockpit as well. So, with that, why should you get the Drake Caterpillar? Well, you are looking for a sizable cargo ship, but you're not planning on handling 32 SCU boxes. You could fit 32 SCU boxes in here. It's just you're going to have a little bit of an issue with fitting them onto the grid because they don't snap to the grid. If you're looking to do multiple stop deliveries and you want a way to sort out all your cargo, this is another plus side to it. And also, if you're just looking for something that's kind of got that really gritty industrial feel to it, compared to Crusader's super clean, super sleek ships, the Caterpillar is a good choice. And also, it comes in at 12 million credits, so I think the downsides it does have, it's pretty fair for the price that it's being offered. I made quite a bit doing trading on this ship, given you now have to unload your cargo and load it back on. That's a thing that you gotta do. However, it's a fun ship. It handles a bit like a boat, but it is a fun ship, and it does get you across Pyro in one jump as well. I have been able to jump from Stanton Gateway to Dudley and Daughters all the way across the state, all the way across the Pyro system in one jump. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to follow, subscribe, and stick around for these messages afterwards. Till then, I'll see you out there. Bye! Hey chimps, thanks for watching the video. Are you interested in joining us out in the verse? Well, go ahead and before you go out and get a starter package to get in, use my referral code star-Z7BW-PXC9 and you'll get just a little extra boost after you purchase your first game package. And as always, I'll see you out there. Bye-bye.